and places that roused up controversy on gun laws. In English 9 CP, we read To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. In To Kill a Mockingbird, there were lessons that tie in with gun laws. I believe guns should be allowed for protection, like Atticus used against the mad dog. I think they should be careful with who they give it to so they don't shoot innocent people.
Want a bad gun?
For what?
Hunting bears.
And what are you going to use that for other than hunting bears?
Protection, man.
Against what?
People coming in my house and stealing stuff.
Do you know the gun laws in Ohio?
Don't shoot people unless they shoot you.
Okay, here you go.
They tried to make everyone have the same religion, so they would burn books and to scare them, just like the terrorists did. This is a story from Adam Abram during 9/11. Took off my t-shirt and ripped it into 3 pieces. Soaked in the water, gave 2 pieces to my friend. Tied my piece around my face to act as an air filter. And we all started moving in this to the staircase. One of my dearest friends said that he was standing up until the police or firemen came to get him. In the halls were tiny fires and sparks. The ceiling had collapsed in the men's bathroom. It was gone along with anyone who may have been in there. We did not go in to look. We missed the staircase on the first run and had to double back. Once in the staircase, we picked up fire extinguishers and had to double back. Just in case. On the 85th floor, a brave associate of mine and I headed up to our office to drag out my partner who stayed behind. There was no air, just white smoke. We made the rounds through the office, calling his name. No response. He must have succumbed to the smoke. We left defeated in our efforts and made our way back to the stairwell. We proceeded to the 78th floor, where we had to change over to a different stairwell. 78 is the main junction to switch the upper floor. I expected to see more people there. There were some 50 to 60 more, not enough. Wires and fires all over the place. Smoke too. A brave man was fighting with the emergency hose. I stopped with 2 friends to make sure that everyone from our office was accounted for. We ushered them and these people into the stairwell. And in retrospect, I recall seeing Harry, my head trader, doing all the things several yards behind me. I'm only 35. I have known him for over 14 years. I headed into the stairwell with 2 friends. We were moving down very orderly in the staircase, staircase A. Very slowly, no panic, at least not overt panic. My legs could not stop shaking. My heart was pounding. Some nervous jokes and laughter. I made a crack about running a brand new pair of Morels. Even so, they We all laughed. We checked our cell phones. Surprisingly, there was a very good signal, but the Sprint network was jammed. I heard that the BlackBerry 2-way email devices worked perfectly. On the phones, one out of 20 dial attempts got through. I knew I could not reach my wife, so I called my parents. I told them what happened and that we were all okay on the way down. Soon my sister-in-law reached me. I told her we were fine and moving down. I believe that was about the 65th floor. We were bored and nervous. I called my friend Angel in San Francisco. I knew he would.
In English 9 CP, we read To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, which has lessons that tie in with this event. Bob Ewell took his anger out on the innocent, like the shooter took his anger out on the kids. Hurting innocent people eventually blew up in Bob's face, leading to his death, just like the shooter ended up killing himself in the end. Mommy, I'm hungry. Shut It's the police! What'd you do? Your mom is crazy. We're taking her to jail. Let's go. Oh, there it is. Jail.
I compare the Boston bombing to Fahrenheit 451 because all the violence that went on in the book and during this, because it was tragic that the two men went and killed 3 people and injured many more. And in Fahrenheit 451, they just enjoy violence. They burn people's house down for no reason because they have books in them. The terrorists only come here to put people in fear, like the people in the book put people in fear every single day of owning a book. Here's a story on the Boston bombing. 2 bombs struck near the finish line on the Boston Marathon on Monday, turning a celebration into a bloody scene of destruction. Boston Police Commissioner Ed Davis said Monday night that the death toll had risen to 3. Scores were injured at the scene. One of the dead was an 8-year-old boy, according to state law enforcement source. Hospital reported at least 144 people are being treated, with at least 17 of them in critical condition and 25 in serious condition. At least 8 of the patients are children. At least 10 injured had limbs amputated, according to terrorism expert briefly on the investigation. Several of the patients treated at Massachusetts General Hospital suffered injuries to lower limbs that will require serial operations. In the coming days, trauma surgeon Peter Frego said Monday night some injuries were so severe amputations were necessary. Frego added, in Washington, President Barack Obama vowed any responsible individuals, any responsible groups will feel the full weight of justice. Boston is a tough and resilient town, he said, added that Americans will stand by Bostonians every single step of the way. The terrorist attack near the marathon finish line triggered widespread screaming and chorus, shattered windows and barricades, and sent smoke billowing into the air of Copley Square. The blasts were about 50 to 100 yards apart, officials said on a sketch of the marathon courses, lined with spectators cheering runners through the final yards of a 26-mile, 385-yard endurance feat. It felt like a huge cannon. A witness told CNN about one of the blasts. Alan Pater, a doctor who was near the finish line, waited for his wife to finish the race, told CNN he was standing about 20 to 25 feet from the first blast. He said he treated victims on the street after the explosion. I saw the last 6 to 7 people down next to me. He said they protected me from the blast. One lady expired. One gentleman lost both his lower limbs. Most of the injuries were lower extremities. Bill Leffrey, 78 and a veteran marathoner, was nearing the finish when the shock waves just hit my whole body and my legs just started jittering around. Who can be seen in the video of the explosion wearing an orange tank top was helped to his feet by an event volunteer and had just a scratch from his fall, he told CNN. Federal authorities are classified the bombings as a terrorist attack, but it's not clear whether the origin was domestic or foreign. A federal law enforcement official with knowledge of the investigation said. A federal law enforcement official told CNN both bombs were small. The initial test showed no C4 of other high-grade explosive materials, suggesting that the packages used in the attack were crude explosive devices. Another device found? What? Authorities in Boston found at least one other explosive device that they were dismantling. Boston Police Commissioner Ed Davis said. Representative Bill Keating of Massachusetts, meanwhile, said 2 more were found. One exploded device was found at a hotel on Boylston Street near the bomb site, and another unexploded device was found at an undisclosed location. Keating, a Democrat and member of the House Homeland Security Committees, said he called the bombing a sophisticated, coordinated, planned attack. It was unclear who may have planned the marathon bombs. There were no credible threats before the race, a state government official said. There is no suspect in custody, but many people are being questioned, Davis said. This is this is way before they found those 2 men.
I'm JC.
I'm Brian.